Good evening, folks. So, Richard here from Okinawa, Japan, or the Samurai Cowboy. But I want to talk a little bit more about this WikiLeaks stuff. It's unbelievable. The dam has broken, and it just keeps on dripping. It ain't dripping no more. It's a flood. This is the Johnstown flood coming out. And I tell you what, at first I was thinking to myself, oh, this is just a slight infection, maybe a teeny weeny problem that we have. But folks, we've got a cancer in our government. We got a cancer that starts at the White House and just goes right out to the House of Representatives and the Senate, or you might say the Congress, and then it just goes beyond there out to the various different government agencies. I don't mind politicians getting out there and wallowing in the mud, because that's just what politicians do, They want to get elected, so they got to waller in the mud with each other. But we've got government employees out there using their positions to pass off their ideology. These are government employees. You know what? I think back now of the Lois Lerner episode and all that, and now these emails here. Now we got this what is his name? Peter Kadzik, who's a high-ranking justice lawyer, whatever, in the Justice Department, gave Hillary Clinton or John Podesta his BFF. You don't know what BFF means? It means best friends forever. Now, Podesta and this guy Kadzik, they went to school together or something, but they are best friends forever. They're like this, So old Kadzik gave them a heads up that there would be a House Judiciary Committee oversight hearing where the head of the Civil Division will testify, and likely to get questions on State Department emails. And they talk about a FOIA. But this guy, he's in charge now, probably, of I believe they're putting him in charge of the Clinton Foundation. We have got a cancer in our government. Not only with the politicians, like I said earlier, that I expect them to get down there and waller in the mud, but now we got government employees taking sides and passing off their ideology. Now, it happens on both sides, but I'm going to tell you what, it's prevalent amongst Democrats. The one thing I can say for them that they do real well is they surround the wagons and protect their folks. And then they get in these positions here throughout our government, everything from, in the IRS or the Justice Department or the FBI or maybe an intelligence agency or whatever, and they're passing off their ideology. That comes before anything. The country don't. The country doesn't come first with these folks. It's their desire to be in the club, I guess. They want to be in the club. They want to do everything they can to get into the club, stay in the club, and prosper in the club. So that's where their intentions lie. It's not about the U.S. government. It's not about making America great. It's about them. And I'm telling you what, like I said earlier, I was thinking, oh, this is just a slight infection. No problem. You get a runny nose, you take some Sudafed or whatever. But folks, we got a cancer in our government. We got a cancer. It's operable, but we need to get somebody in there that's going to start doing the cutting, because we got to cut this stuff away. It's killing us. It's killing our country. It's just unbelievable. And you know what? We've got, 6 more days before the election. And I'm almost positive there's going to be more stuff coming out. WikiLeaks has not disappointed. Okay? They have not disappointed. And these, you know what? They're not denying this stuff. All they're saying, oh, the Russians hacked us. Well, you know what? It's pretty piss poor when the Russians have more transparency than our own government. You know? What do you think about that? The Russians have more transparency than our own government. Hell, it's embarrassing. I'm fit to be tied right now. Oh. The only saving grace that I see right now is Trump becoming the 45th president of the United States. He needs to get in there. He needs to drain that swamp. And he needs to start cutting this cancer away. You know what? I just saw something, I think it was on Fox News today, that like 38% of the government employees will leave work if Trump gets elected. Hey, that saves people from cutting people, you know, and making the decision. Good. Get on out. We probably don't need you. They said something like they had a higher rate of, I think it was sick leave or whatever, and the highest rate of missed hours of work against the private sector. Or I don't like, Rush Limbaugh don't like to say private sector. He says the working people, okay? Because that's what we are. And you know, that's another thing I want to bring up. Hell, the reason why, you know, I'm not just the only one missing all this stuff. You know why? You know why we don't see this coming? You know why? I mean, one of the reasons we don't see it coming is because we're working every day. Every day I go to work, just like you do. And you know what? We really don't have time to pay attention to much of this stuff. I go to work during the day, and I come home, I'm just about brain dead. Then I got to spend time with my kids, helping them do their homework and stuff. And I usually fix dinner at night, you know. And then you got to clean up after dinner. And then I usually, you know, engage in, you know, maybe a little reading or some of my own personal hobbies for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then I'm in bed. I ain't got time to mess around. I got to get up the next morning at, you know, 5 o'clock, get dressed, get ready, and go on back to work. That's why we don't see this stuff. We're too damn busy. You know? We're the ones, we are the working class people that are getting screwed each and every time. We pay our taxes on time. We pay our bills on time. We go through life not agitating people. We just want to make a living, raise our family the right way, perhaps get our children in a better situation than we were in. You know, that's how I grew up. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I want the same thing for my kids. But now here, we got these damn government hacks all in our government, everywhere. This cancer, it's everywhere. It's spread everywhere. I don't care if it's the Oval Office or Congress or any of the federal agencies that dot the U.S. and around the world. It's a problem. And you know what? Donald Trump is going to take care of that problem. We need you to get out on election day and vote for Donald Trump. Matter of fact, I urge you to vote a straight Republican ticket. We got to get rid of these Democrats. We got to get rid of these people in these places. We got to start. You know what? The biggest thing is these Supreme Court justices that will be appointed. We'll probably have two if Trump gets the win here. We need conservatives. We need people that want to drain the swamp. We want people to right the ship. We want people to have the government work for us and not us working for the government. This is a Samurai Cowboy. I'm out of here. God bless America, and you take care and be good.